Hello. The terrifying tales of lack and poverty. Obviously we experience poverty, but that's enforced. It's not because there's a lack of resources. We know already the amount of food waste, mountains of food that's allowed to rot rather than upset their balance, their unnatural order of things by having everybody provided for. We can produce more food than we could ever need. You could double the world's population. You still wouldn't be able to run out of everything that we need. I'm just going to show you this lovely spot here. Such a tonic, and it does remind you when you're in nature, and especially when it's quite untouched. So this is obviously a campsite, but it's left really quite wild, and it feels different. There is a magic. Let's just spin this round again. There's a magic to places like this. There's something I don't know, I guess it's like a primal connection. These beautiful moss covered rocks, really abundant verdant trees and bushes. There's so many birds and bees and butterflies and all kinds of wildlife living here. But yeah, it does connect you and it does remind you of, you know, the real creation, the real creator. And this is it, this is our divine birthright. We're born into such an amazing place. And actually, it's really only our belief system that keeps us locked in these cycles of poverty and lack. Because we're actually, you know, from cradle to grave, we're taught that we're unworthy, basically, of having access to everything that we could ever desire. That's just for those over there. But, you know, there's the chance if you're really, really, really lucky and you really, really work yourself almost into the grave, and if you're blessed enough to be really, really clever, you know, that you might just get there. But for the rest of us, you know, oh, it's just how it is, that's how the other half lives. It's just not true. It's not true. We are all inherently worthy, and when you shift into that knowing, absolute knowing that you are worthy of a wonderful, abundant life filled with all those experiences that you would love to have in this lifetime, that's when things shift, because it's all energy. This is an energetic universe. Everything's energy, and everything is belief based, what you believe. And it's not just the thoughts in your head where you, well, of course I'm worthy. This is very, very deep held, entrenched. It's pretty much unconscious. You don't notice that it's there because it's just, well, that's how things are. But when those shift, that's when everything else shifts, and they absolutely do not want you to know that. And that's why we still have this hierarchy. You see it. I mean, I have not been watching any of this Jubilee nonsense. I've been away, no electricity, and I've got absolutely zero interest or tolerance for any of it anyway. But that's where you see it playing out, when you've got these structures, you know, and even in countries where they don't have a royal family, you've still got that class system in place. You've got multi-billionaires who are effectively like the royalty of certain nations. They're the ones that are steering everything, guiding it, because they think everything's theirs and we're just their minions to dictate to. But when you truly get connected with what we all are and what we truly deserve, because you don't get what you deserve, actually, you get what you believe you deserve in a lot of cases, and it's unconscious. So it's not that you're asking for it at all, it's a vibrational thing. I mean, I do also think there are certain experiences that we've kind of signed up to go through, because it accelerates growth, and they can be really traumatic, you know, things that you would never as a human being ask for. But, you know, on the whole, our kind of general daily experience of life, it's your default setting. That's your vibration. That's where you're at, and it's, you kind of get what you think. Yeah, well, you know, this is what my parents had, and this is what their parents had, and so on and so forth. But it can be changed at any time, and it's all about what you feel worthy of on a very deep level. I've noticed before, growing up in a very wealthy area, not wealthy at all, but being surrounded by quite privileged people, of peers, my age group, and, you know, they not particularly intelligent at all, no more skilled or talented than anybody else. And I'll just let these people walk by. And yet they would just sail into the most high paying jobs, you know, without question, because that was their expectation. Of course, that's how it's always been. No doubts whatsoever. And that's kind of, you know, what's happening when we find ourselves repeating maybe patterns that we don't want to. It's because it's like that blueprint, and we can change it at any time. And I'm not going to keep rambling on. I'm just staggered by the view. It's just so gorgeous here. Let's give you another look at that hill. Yeah, it's been wonderful. This place is called Ambleside in the Lake District, Cumbria. And it's definitely one of the loveliest campsites I've been to. So peaceful. Really, really lovely people. It's actually a Christian retreat centre. And say what you want about religion, I have found that retreat centres are just very lovely energy and very nice people. And I think especially when you're surrounded by nature, there is that connection there. And it's more spiritual than religious. That's another thing, of course, that's been used to really make us feel unworthy, and bad organised religion. As soon as spirituality was taken and crushed into organised religion, then we've seen a major shift, I think, in people's connection to all that is, all that we are and deserve. Anyway, I'll finish on that. Have a wonderful rest of the day, evening, wherever you are. I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. Lots of love. Peace.